Not that I'm promoting drugs or anything in the last video. Um, but I had to make a statement about that because these people tried to paint me as a crazy meth head. And that's the thing about these people. They actually target mentally ill people and or homeless and or people abusing drugs and or people that may recreationally use drugs. Um, and they use that against them because who's going to believe a crazy person or a drug addict or a homeless person or whatever? And I was none of those things. Yeah, and they turned me into all of those things by perception. I mean, they actually did lead me to homelessness, but I was hotel hopping. But they also got me arrested because they are the Austin Police Department and or Travis County Sheriff's Department. I presume there are certainly other possibilities, but I mean, other possibilities would lead to paranoia. But the simplest explanation is that's who they are. I know that at a minimum, they're aided by people who know who they are, and at least know that they're doing the wrong thing and that they're doing something illegal, and doing something beyond just a simple prank. Because I encountered several Austin police officers and Travis County Sheriff officers, primarily corrections officers, that lied in police reports to support false charges. I should not have a criminal record. I would never have a criminal record if it wasn't for these people manipulating and or being complicit with officers. I got a DWI. I was in DWI. I passed the field test. I passed the in-house sobriety test. I blew 0.0. I was driving from a gas station. These cops were profiling people. And I guess me and Colton, I had slept most of the day. I woke up, I think, for an hour, and then I was like, "Hey, Colton, you want to go get some candy and Slurpees or something at the gas station?" And we did. And then they followed us back home on 51st Street. I didn't notice that there's no cars on the road except for the cop car behind me. I didn't notice that they pulled and followed us, looking for us or looking for me to fuck up so they could pull us over for whatever reason that they thought. I don't know why we looked like we were up to no good. Maybe because it was the munchies. I think they thought we were in pot or something. But Max hadn't been in the car in a month because my car had been impounded. That's a whole nother story. And he stood way out the window, and I was like, "Oh man!" And I had an ice cream sandwich in one hand, Max in the other. They could clearly see from the cop car that Max was standing out, and I was like, "Ooh!" And I was like, "Ooh, ooh!" And so twice it went to the suicide turn lane a little bit. On 51st Street, where it was windy, it's whatever. It's so what? There's no cars on the road. And anyway, they pulled us over. They acted like it was no big deal. The guy kept changing the instructions on me. Stand over here, stand over here, stand over here. And I still did fine. Even the lady, the third cop that was standing over with my dog and Colton in my car, said, Colton was like, "Why are they arresting him?" And she was like, "I don't know." She's like, "I guess they could do something with that one thing, but no, I was sober. And I was too honest with them, and I hadn't done anything in a while. And the night before, someone came over like, "Hey, do you want to try a little bit of something?" And I was like, "Okay." So the night before, so it's as if I went to the bar the night before and had a beer, and they were going to take my blood, and I was too honest, and I was like, "Yeah, I did something I said 2 weeks ago, but it was really the night before." And I thought they were going to test for everything, and it was going to show up in my blood. They only tested for meth. And it was shitty stuff. I didn't even think it was real because I didn't get anything from it. And it was bullshit anyway. And I was probably not going to show up anyway. But I was too honest with them, and they're like, "Hi, now we don't have to drive him home like we said we would." And they didn't realize how impactful an arrest record would be on someone who was making very good money in a successful career and shouldn't have been arrested to begin with. And they were too, I guess they couldn't swallow their pride and drive me home. They shouldn't have ever arrested me to begin with. And I resent those two officers. And I wonder if that has anything to do with them. If they manipulated them, I don't think they were with them or anything like that, but they could be. And but I just don't. I have no idea. The guy, they were kind of an asshole to me. I started being kind of an asshole back. Don't ever do that, but I was already being arrested, and I'm like, "Wow!" I'm sober. I'm just why? I started started yelling at them. I was like, "Are you going to drive me back home?" They're like, "Oh yeah, when you pass the test, we'll drive you home." They didn't drive me back home. And then that was just a series of unfortunate events with Austin PD. But that's not the super sketchy ones. I mean, those are sketchy cops. I'm not saying that they were involved with this. But then others planted drugs on me. They didn't have any probable cause. They saw, like in another arrest, they saw me walking slowly to the police car because there was a dead end where I was trying to walk through a parking lot. And I was like, oh, I can't go through and I don't want to trespass into someone else's yard by hopping a fence because that's wrong. So I walked back and I had already noticed the cop cars up there. I didn't think it had anything to do with me. And I slowly took 1 or 2 minutes to walk back up to them, which they saw. They could see that I saw them. I didn't see all of them. I saw like one of them. And it's like, if I was a criminal, I would have hopped that fence and hopped the other fence. And I had like a little small toiletry bag with me that was like one of those roll-up things that you couldn't even like there's no way I could put a car stereo in there or put a laptop in there. If they had asked me any questions, I would have shown them like my $75,000 bank account balance, which isn't normally my balance. I have a zero account balance now, but that was the equity for my home that I was living off of. I would have been like, guys, I don't have a criminal record, and like, look, like I'm not a car thief. Like I don't know what you're talking about, and they would have let me go. But they knew, I think they were with these people. He lied in the police report, and then he made it out to seem like I was like this methed out, which I wasn't on meth. I was completely sober. I was pissed off at these people because they're fucking with me, but I was acting calm with the cops. Before when they saw me, I was calm. I thought I walked into some sort of shootout or something. He was like, "Show me your hands." I turned around, like, "What the hell is going on?" 4 cops bum rushed me. This was like November. I'm kind of skipping a little bit ahead, like within 2 seconds after the hands touched me, I was like, oh, like right under the post because I was like, what the fuck's going on? They tased me, and he made it seem like I was this incredible Hulk. Like you see those guys and cops, they're like, rah, and like nothing will bring him down. And it took 4 cops unsuccessfully, who were unsuccessful to bring me down, and after an unduly amount of time, and they had to resort to tasing as a last resort. He asked me 0 questions. He had no probable cause. He tased me within like 2 seconds after the cops touched me, and I went down. I was like, one cop could have taken me down. Okay, I'm not gonna fight a cop. But they had reason to. And then they also added on resisting arrest to that, which is fucking bullshit. They eventually dropped that. I think they kept the possession charge on that. And another arrest. I was in a slow speed car chase because of these people. And I just wanted to be left alone, and because of my previous arrest, I was just like, and I finally just like stopped, and they spun my car around a little bit. I was like, and they planted drugs on me to support, I guess, the slow speed car chase. And I'm like, slow speed car chase, someone that didn't used to have a criminal record, that should be a red flag to look into. Media and Austin Police Department. I can't blame the person who said he found it because I'm such a rational person. It could have been, one of their henchmen that planted it and then nudged the other officer to check the bag. But my car back seat and the trunk was just packed with shit because I just left a friend's house where I was on the couch. So I was going to go to a hotel where these people pissed me off, and I should have kept quiet. And if I had those drugs on me, I didn't want to do any drugs that night. I just wanted to sit there and cry with Max in my bed. I would have done that reluctantly, and instead of going like, shut the fuck up, over and over and over again to get me kicked out of the hotel. That led to the slow speed car chase. So what I'm saying is, if I had those on me, I didn't want to do them anyway, but I would have done it as a last resort to keep from yelling at these people. And Dad, like, when you were like, well, maybe you just left in the car. Like, I'm going around town with drugs in my car. I don't do that. I don't like drive with drugs in my car. I'm like, no, that's not me. And as if I did, if I ever would do something like that, it would be from point A to point B, and that would be it. But like, I wouldn't be in a slow speed car chase. I would be minding my own business. And I wouldn't do that. And it's like as if I'm just like throwing drugs in the car and just forgetting where they are, as if they're just, well, maybe it was in a red gym bag that the cop just happened to pick, the only bag he checked out of all the bags. When you have a bunch of shit in your car like that, the cops don't check them. Unless they think you're a dealer or something, they don't. I've had friends that got arrested in the car and they had stuff in their bags, and like it was still in their bags when I picked the car back up. And they just don't do that, unless they're